The ancestral message for you at this time, my collective. I appreciate you for stopping here and choosing me. Also for subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing the content as well. It is appreciated here. So we'll dive in here together and see what is it that your own spirit guides want you to know at this time here, guys, okay? And why is that, okay? And always remember the readings are general like that. So take whatever that resonates with you and leave the rest for others to appreciate here, okay? Never force anything unto yourself, okay? So we're having a bird, we're having the eagle. So the bird saying, see through illusion into truth. The eagle is saying, seize opportunities courageously. So a bird rules the night, the eagle rules the day. So this can also speak more of the sun and the moon, okay? For some of you, I'm also getting a union as well here, okay? Yeah, something like that. Something like that. At the bottom of the deck, we're having a whale saying, live as a full conscious being here, okay? There is something that you really need to be aware as far as your energy is concerned. And another thing that I want to share with you guys is that the week from the 17th until we hit to the new moon is very crucial, because this is the phase where you have to see truth from what is not true, okay? Literally, that's why perhaps this card is here, okay? See who's who and what is actually true in your life at this time, okay? Something like that here, guys, okay? So there's a need for you to see through the illusions of this world, okay? The illusion of the matrix, okay? Yeah, something like that, so that you don't necessarily fall into some type of a spiritual trap, because the week of the 17th until the 21st is more like perhaps your faith could be tested in some way, shape, or form here, okay? So this is the time for you to kind of like trust in your own spirit guides, the ones that comes with you, know them by heart, okay? So that you are not manipulated in the spirit realm here, okay? Because heading into the Pisces season here, of which is the 12th month, that is all about closure and everything like that here, okay? So perhaps if you are preparing that, you will definitely protect yourself as far as the 12th month is concerned. Know that the real test comes prior. The last week of Aquarius season, if you are in the southern hemisphere, that's the one that you actually have to look out for. It is the most crucial one as far as your energy is concerned, okay? Yeah, because there are energies that are also trying to win you over so that you don't necessarily roam in the light. That's why we're having a bird and the eagle. So literally the choice is yours, whether you choose to go with the bird or you choose to go with the eagle. That's exactly the energy that it gives here, okay? Yeah, something like that, okay? So either way, either you are working with the light or with the dark here, or something like that here. Yeah, something like that, guys, okay? And for someone here, can also speaks more of balance here, okay? Balance, more like the energies working in together here. All right, that's why we're having a bear at the top saying use power with wisdom here, guys, okay? So the minute you know that life is all about the yin and the yang, okay, the combination of the two, and that's exactly what Pisces season is all about, okay? The yin and the yang, the coming in together of the two forces that actually makes everything whole here, okay? Yeah, something like that, all right? So it's more like that's exactly what your own spirit guides want you to be aware of at this time here, okay? Be on the alert, be on the alert, my collective, okay? So we'll dive in here to the tarot and see what is this all about. What is this all about, my collective? Spirit, can you speak, please, and thank you. Can you speak, please, and thank you. Yeah. This is pure manipulation here, guys, okay? Because remember, not everything that you see is exactly as it is, okay? There are people that are perhaps portraying themselves that they are dragging you to the place of light when they are not, okay? So it is very important for you to use your own discernment here and trust your own spirit guides in whatever that you do, because there comes the Seven of Swords, okay, clarifying the bad card here, okay. Yeah, it can also be a group. It doesn't have to be here with the Hierophant here, guys. So whomever you room with, okay. Yeah, so ka Sepedi ba re ya shika le e garang le yona ya gara, okay. Yeah. So as the wheel spins, more like the shifts that are just about to happen. Remember that we are heading to the eclipse season here, okay? So it's very crucial to know and understand your aura here. Literally, it's all about you protecting your auric field at this time here. Okay, at the bottom of the deck here, we're having the King of Swords here. Okay, the King of Swords, it's mental clarity here. This also comes in as a healer to you, and also this comes in more like Archangel Michael here. All right, something like that. For some of you who can also be your grandfather coming in here. Okay, so we're also having the Hierophant coming in here. All right, yeah, something like that. For some of you, it can be some type of some energies trying to win you over, buy you off. I don't know what this is for you, my collective here. Okay, as far as the forces that are available here. Okay, yeah, something of that sort. Something, yeah, it has often to do with your star, your light. Uh, it can be that your star is needed somewhere in the dark to bring in some light to them here, since they don't necessarily have the light of their own. Okay, something like that. So this is Aquarius, we're having Taurus, we're having Sagittarius energy. You could be one of those signs, need I say, guys. Okay, need I say, there's a need for you to protect your energy at this time here, guys. Okay, especially if you are in the southern hemisphere here. Okay, so we're having the Seven of Cups to the Eight of Swords. This is a spiritual entrapment here. Okay, so what the energy will do will definitely confuse you, for you not to be able to understand your direction as far as where you're hitting it, as far as your destiny is concerned here. Okay, so beware of the energies that are available, because both the dark and the light, the portal could be open at this time. Okay, so with that being said, don't be way over by these energies here. Okay, because also remember, the lavas represent being caught between a rock and a hard place. Okay, yeah, just recognize who your father is. Something like that. We're having the chariot here. Okay, the chariot is more like the Cancer energy. This speaks more of movement here, and you're also having a tower here. Okay, yeah, something like that. Okay, so for some of you, it can be that your energy is needed somewhere here for something to prolong, for something to kind of like keep on keeping on. Okay, it can be that something could be coming in to an end or something like that here. So we're having the high priestess here, of which this speaks more of your intuition here. Okay, trust it. It is that time for you to trust your intuition moving forward. We're having the King of Cups at the top here. Okay, so this is another ancestor also coming in here from your maternal side here. So moreover, I feel like your own spirit guides are reaching out, that they're trying to connect with you at this time here. So it's very important for you to listen at this time here, okay, as they speak to you at this time. So we're having the Aries energy here, Cancer energy. Okay, so you have to understand what is really happening. Okay, the forces are active, trying to win some of you over here, guys. Okay, so there's a need for you to protect your energy at this time, especially heading to the new moon. All right, so more like avoid going to salon perhaps to do your hair or something like that, because that too open portal energetically. Okay, yeah, something like that, or being around many energies like that here, guys, at this time. Okay, yeah, something like that, something like that. So we're having look at this, we're having Pisces. I mean, Aquarius here is coming in twice, more like Aquarius sun and moon. Okay, something about the sun and the moon here, the yin and the yang here. Okay, so don't get confused in the midst of it. So it has everything to do with your passion, your project here. Okay, so literally they're trying to scatter your energy. Look at this, because the Knight of Swords is somewhat in reversal. So beware of this. Okay, Perhaps what they're looking for, it is the inheritance that comes with you at this time, okay? So never allow your energy to be scattered at this time here, guys. Never allow that. So we're having the Nine of Pentacles here. So you are stable. You have come this far here for you to allow the energy, okay? So your own spirit guides is more like they are asking you to kind of like be grounded, okay? Because the Four of Pentacles here clarifies the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a very grounded energy here. That's the earth element. This is also the earth element. It's grounding energy here. Okay, yeah, something like that. And it's an energy that is more secure in a way. We're also having the Queen of Wands here coming in for you here, guys. Okay, the Queen of Wands is more of a courage here. Okay, so it's like you have to have courage to protect your light. Okay, yeah, something like that, to protect your light, because yeah, the devil is in the details here. That's exactly what is trying to confuse you at this time. Look at this. That's exactly what is trying to confuse you now, okay, so that you flop, you fumble instead of moving forward with grace here, okay? Yeah, something like that. Remember that we're heading to the endings, okay? The endings. Pisces season is all about the endings, and this new moon will definitely activate the Pisces season here, guys, okay? So make sure that you are coming in correct. Look at this. Look at this here. We're having the listen, you're the moon clarifies the Nine of Swords here, okay? Yeah, so moreover, it's like you being sabotaged in a way, okay? The moon to the Eight of Swords here, this is more like you being sabotaged or being trapped, all right? So pay attention to your intuition as well here, because the moon is the unseen. So whatever this is more like something that will come more like a thief, okay? The Seven of Swords that you don't see, that you are not aware of. So never allow yourself to be swayed off. Never allow yourself to be swayed off at this time, okay? Yeah, something like that. So let's see the Chariot here. Let's see the Chariot, okay? Right, the Chariot is clarified by the Six of Pentacles here. Show me the Tower. The Tower is being clarified by the King of Pentacles. So there could be a masculine energy here that is behind the details or whatever this is here. Whoever this person is, it can be that this person is more of a leader of some sort. Whatever this leader is, that rooms with darkness more or anything like that here, guys, okay? I don't know what this is here, guys, okay? Yeah, something like that. So, but someone is kind of like in more like whoever this person is, more of a leader to this type of group, whatever this is here, guys, or whatever the energies that are literally trying to sway you on their side at this time. So be wary of those energies at this time here, guys, okay? Yeah, something like that. All right, something like that. So there's a need for you to protect your energy at this time, okay? Yeah, something like that. And perhaps a tower is falling on whoever this masculine energy is here. That's why. Remember that people that usually harness other people's energy, they do it to recharge themselves, because they don't necessarily have energy that is actually theirs. Already they have sold theirs, okay? Something like that. That's why they need other people's energies to keep on keeping on, okay? Yeah, something like that. There is no light, okay? The bed. So you come up here as a star. That's why, okay? Something like that for you, my collective here, okay? Yeah, so let's see more cards. Let's see more cards for you, my collective, and see what is it that your own spirit guides want you to know as far as the energy that is here is concerned, okay? Spirit, can you tell me more as far as the energy that is here is concerned for my collective? What is this all about for my collective? Spirit, speak, please. And thank you. Royalty. So you do have royal bloodline here, hence, like I said, your royal ancestors are also coming in here, okay? Because also the eagle represent your royal ancestors. So these are the people that perhaps they are protecting you at this time here, okay? Yeah, so we're having family curses coming in here. So they want you to kind of like prolong here, so that this curse, whatever this curse is, doesn't necessarily come to an end. You could be a curse breaker or anything like that here, guys. So that's why your own spirit guides are saying careful who you trust, because the devil can come up in a form of a person, in a form of a habit, in a form of a whatever. Okay, so we're having judgment here. Okay, yeah, judgment is more of an awakening, a redemption here. So there is something that you are redeeming as far as your family or your bloodline is concerned. So these people are not happy for your success. Perhaps you come in as a threat to them. Okay, so they want you to kind of like give up on yourself. That's why they are sending energies more of confusion. But whatever this is being sent back. Okay, in that sense. It's being sent back by your own spirit guys here. All right, yeah, because you are protected here. This is protection that you are having over this. Okay, so moreover, it's more like your own spirit guide wants you to be aware of this energy, especially if you feel discouraged at this point or somewhat. I don't know, guys. Okay, so let's see the influence here. The influence is the energy that you carry, the sun, the light that you carry. Did I say this is the influence? That's exactly what is influencing them. Okay, so it's more like a cult, a group of people here with the conspiracy here. Okay, so it's more like they are targeting you at this time. Okay, something like that, but they will never get away with this. Okay, the devil at the bottom of the deck again. So the devil will never get away or get you in some way, guys. Trust me, because you are protected here. So they could be sending some type of nightmares in some way, shape, or form here, guys. Okay, yeah, something like that. So let's get two bonus cards for you here. Spirit, speak more. So many cards. Okay, let's get two cards for my collective energy here. So we're having darkness, need I say? They're trying to drag you to a place of darkness, okay? It's very important to know your shadow self, because the sun and moon, remember that the moon speaks of your shadow self, and the moon speaks of your shadow self. The sun represents you as an individual here. Okay, yeah, something like that. And the sun speaks of what you already know. The moon speaks more of what you don't necessarily know. So being in control of your own shadow self, okay, like I said, this could be your fears, this could be your anxieties here, your traumas, your whatever this is that you could have experienced here. Okay, for you to bring in these energies together within oneself, it's you recognizing your flaws, your mistakes, your shortcomings, and all of that. Okay, joining in with your power, be it your courage, your strength, and all of that. Once you balance these things and you own up to the energy, knowing that these are my flaws, these are what, that's how you balance the energy. Then the yin and the yang within you coming together in balance here. But when you are actually avoiding or trying to neglect your shadow self, as in like it's not your own, this is the same energy that is being used against you by the people of the dark to lure you into their side, thinking that perhaps you are doing the right thing, mainly because you are refusing, okay, to kind of like step up and take ownership of your own shadow self here. Okay, so your shadow self is part of you. Okay, you have to recognize it and make it work for your highest good, not against you, because that's exactly the energy that is being targeted by the enemy to make sure that you fumble the bag yourself here. Okay, something like that. Okay, yeah, something like that. So something is kind of like returning back to you here. Okay, you will get back what was taken away. Here at the bottom of the deck, we're having the wheels of fortune. It can be your destiny that was somewhat swapped or somewhat captured, okay, in some way, shape, or form. This is more like you being free in the spirit here. Okay, being freed by your own spirit guides and the powers that comes with you here, guys. Okay, so this is more like a time for you to embark in your true essence in a way here, guys. Okay, so moreover, these energies, perhaps they don't want that. Okay, they want to drag you to the same space of darkness, you going back instead of you stepping into your light. Okay, Yeah, because this speaks of you stepping into your light, moving out your shadow self and stepping into your higher self. Okay. Yeah, something like that. So you have to recognize the energies because they are both available at this time. So more like one foot in, one foot out. Okay. So are you really done with this? Are you really done? Okay. Are you really sure that you want to move forward? Something like that is happening here for my collective energy. Okay. So yeah, it is what it is. Let's see. All right, because whoever you are, it's more like you've been there, you've done that, you know this and all that. Okay, so remember that. Okay, let me stop there. Okay, so speak more for the collective energy. What's the overall energy for my collective here? A revealing message or insight, communication. So this is, consider this more like a communication from your own spirit guides, signals. They are literally sending you signals so that you become aware. Okay, yeah, more like the portal is open for both the dark and light at this time. So recognize your own, protect your energy, protect your aura at this time so that you don't necessarily fall into, you know, yeah. So it says inspiration, enthusiasm, speech, okay, true vision, power of words, and the naming, blessings, taking of advice. So it's very crucial for you to take the advice at this time because at the heart it says uncertain meaning, a secret matter, a mystery, a hidden thing, and occult abilities, initiation, knowledge of one's destiny, knowledge of future matters, determining the future or your path. Okay, yes. So whatever this is more like they are aware of the power that you hold, that you can actually see to the future and all that. Okay, you do have the abilities, whatever the psychic abilities that you carry. Okay, so they're trying to bring in some type of a destructive forces in your path here to distract that from moving forward here. Okay, yeah, something like that here. Okay, so it's more of a destructive force that is being sent towards you at this time. At the bottom of the deck, we're having joy, comfort, pleasure, fellowship, harmony, prosperity, ecstasy, glory. It is all about your glory, okay? Because this is your overall energy. Spiritual rewards, okay? Yeah, it's all about, it speaks more of your spiritual rewards, what you are just about to receive, okay? Something like that here, okay? At the top, it says inherited prosperity or possessions, a house, a home, what is truly important to one, a group order or group prosperity. Okay, so that's your overall energy here. I really hope it does resonate with some of you. Do give it a thumbs up if it does. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. As always, guys, as a comeback, gang from me, I am sending you love and light. You take care. Bye.